What's up, everybody? Three and a possible.
Yes, sir.
We took a little break for the Christmas holiday.
Goddamn.
Joe, did you have a good Christmas?
I did. I had a pretty good one.
I had a
Can't complain.
solid one.
Oh yeah. It was nice
Usually my
weather,
family does
so
like a big family thing, but this year it was just me and moms. Just me and moms. We held it down, but it was all good.
we were pretty simple too with my Christmas. We usually go all out. I'm pretty sure you know that we go out all out for Christmas, but this was a year just do a Secret Santa. Everybody get one gift. Don't do too much.
Mm-hmm. You know, COVID's kind of doing its thing right now, so
It's
you
that
gotta
COVID
just chill
life.
out sometimes.
So true.
But all right, so we got you, we got me. Devion is taking care of a child right now. This is typically bedtime for a child. It is 11 o'clock Central. Once again, Joe, we've talked about it. We should probably spend a little time analyzing this situation. Devion's child just doesn't respect him. That's that's
Oh
that's
yeah,
pretty
facts.
evident at
That's
this
big
point.
facts. Yeah.
Devion tried to
What
put him to
baby is
sleep
up at
about
11 o'clock?
yeah, that baby doesn't give a fuck about Devion at all. So we
Big
tried to
facts.
start this like an hour ago, but that wasn't happening because Devion's on daddy duty, and his son doesn't respect him. So we're gonna start with some football.
Are we
We're
blaming
gonna
the
start with some
baby, or are
football,
we
Joe.
blaming Devion for allowing the disrespect from the baby?
Oh, I mean, it's definitely Devion's fault. And
Okay,
I
just making
told you
sure.
before the show I wasn't gonna call him by his real name this whole show, so
You
I'm
did.
gonna. That's the last time. So
Uh,
Dayon's son doesn't
Devion.
respect him at all. Dion, he tries. He's trying as a father, but it's all good. Joe, let's get into some football here. So we had some sad news this week. We had some sad news. Legendary football icon John Madden passed away at the age of 85. He was a Hall of Fame coach.
RIP.
Had a whole separate Hall of Fame like broadcasting career. Was on Monday Night Football for a long time. For a couple guys like you and me, Joe, that are trying to do this kind of media thing in the realm of sports, he's someone that did it, I think, in a way that both you and I can appreciate because
Absolutely.
he wasn't your like guy right out of journalism school and did it by the book and like, oh, gonna do everything so proper and perfect. No, he just brought a lot of personality to it, and I think that's something that both you and I can appreciate. We are both obviously avid Madden football players on the
Absolutely.
various game systems. He's kind of all over the football landscape. Joe, just real quick, give me some of your thoughts about John Madden, the coach, the commentator, wherever you want to take it.
Right.
Just kind of your thoughts on his legacy.
I mean, I knew he retired at a young age from coaching football, but I didn't realize he retired at 42. Like, that's two
Yeah,
totally separate careers of John Madden that both are Hall of Fame esque, in my opinion. I like the biggest thing about John Madden is, yeah, he may have said simple things and he wasn't bloviating, he wasn't saying big sentences. He would say obvious things, but still at the end of the day, he made it interesting. He can make the most boring game on TV interesting by the words that he would use. So that's my biggest takeaway about John Madden. No matter what game was on, you would watch it because John Madden would say something. He would say the most obvious thing, like, the biggest men on the field are the old linemen, and that's why they're the biggest men on the field. And you'd be like, yeah, okay, you're right. Like, he said absolutely nothing, but it was the way he said it that made it cool.
he said it in a way that anybody that was listening or watching could understand, and I think that's important. And he said it in a way that was
Yes.
entertaining. Sometimes you get some of these guys like on the current ESPN Monday Night Football broadcast over the past
Oh
few
my
years. They kind of been
goodness.
cycling through people. Like they say things. They try and get almost too technical to a point where they're trying to like prove
Mm-hmm.
that they know football, and it's like, okay,
No
like
more than
that's
you
only
do. Yeah.
cool for like 10% of your audience. The vast majority of your
Mm-hmm.
audience doesn't even know the difference between cover 2 and cover 3, right? So John Madden did a good job of getting enough details in there to where you were probably a more educated fan by listening to him, but also did it in a way where anybody could understand it. And that's honestly pretty hard, and that's probably also why he was such a good coach, is because he was always thinking in a way of, okay, how can I take this concept and communicate it to the person that I'm
Like the
talking to?
simplest way. Yep. He invented. I didn't realize he invented the drawing on the board or drawing on the screen,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and the
Like
circles and the
you
arrows
never
and all
had that before John
that.
Madden. He said he draw
Genius.
some circles, some lines, a diagram, what was going on. Legendary person. And Joe, I want to ask you a question. I don't. I actually feel I'm not going to tell you the Twitter handle because I don't want to give that person any more attention than the attention they already got. Did you see the person that was out there trying to talk about how John Madden was actually some symbolism of like racism and glorifying violence and football? Some
What?
person waited for his death to go on this whole tangent on how, oh yeah, he actually did a lot of bad things. Maybe the NFL would take concussions more seriously if he didn't glorify violence with this video game. I was like, all right, first of
Bro,
all, he didn't
really?
make the video game.
Y'all
He
being too.
just let
His
them use
name
his
is on
name.
it. Yeah, exactly. His
Yeah,
name is on it. I was
yeah.
uh I was listening though. Someone was saying I was listening to Sirius XM, and they were on NFL Network, and they were saying that when they first developed Madden, when they came out with it, they showed it to John, and he was looking at it, and the first thing he noticed is they were using college hash marks instead of NFL hash marks. That was the very first thing he noticed. Like the field's wrong, fix it. Like that's so crazy. That dude was serious about some football.
I mean, he's just a legend. You know, it's so
Mhm.
sad to see him go, even though he wasn't really in the public eye anymore. And what's crazy is just over the weekend they aired his documentary. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet,
I heard it was
which I
excellent.
will obviously do. But I don't know if this kind of writing was on
New
the wall
timing.
and he was having health issues. I don't know. I was not up to date on his life, but you know, I remember just like so many stories like from my dad and like all these people that would talk about his broadcast and everything. So definitely very sad.
And how can you call that guy racist? That's crazy to me.
So stupid. Like it
You see
was
his
such a
Raiders?
stretch. Like and you know, I consider myself a pretty progressive like person politically. You know, I'm about as far left in America as you can get. But like, see, like this is the type of shit that just annoys the shit out of
Me
me.
too, yeah.
Like just trying to make everything
A
like
woke
I
experience.
understand. I understand like a lot of things are more intertwined with race and gender and sexuality. All these different things that have been a long time discriminated against in America. But like this wasn't it.
That's a stretch.
It's just not
Definitely.
it.
The man's
Like
gone to be, yeah. Jeez.
live in reality. Like
Right.
him putting his name in a fucking video game did not do harm. Like it's not the reason that the next black person to play football and get a concussion. Like that's not the reason. It's
That's
not because
a
John
huge
Madden
stretch, yeah.
fucking made a video
You
like
tell me
had his name on a video game.
John Madden made a video game to hurt the black community. I'm gonna get black people to play football more often, and then they're gonna get CTE and die early. What? Come on, come on now.
So stupid. It's like just leave that bullshit. So, and
He's
like
trying
you could tell the person never played a video. First of all, someone dug up his previous tweets about all these different things that he said. Oh, this is like my perfect play in Madden. So clearly the motherfucker played it. Like just like so many fucked up things about it. But it got a lot of play on Twitter. Anyways, let's go to some more at least positive for me. Positive football news. We've got a first. A first. My Miami Dolphins are the first team to ever lose 7 in a row and win 7 in a row in the same season.
to they suck, is what you're
And
saying.
it's been a
Well,
wild year as a
it's
Dolphins
so weird.
fan. It's been absolutely wild. I think this most recent iteration has been, I think, what a lot of people, including myself, expected from the beginning. And Joe, like we did
Mhm.
our preview for the NFL season, and I can't remember if you had the Dolphins as like the first team out or the last team into the playoffs, but like I think Bud was expecting them to be a pretty good football team
Yeah,
this year,
competitive at
and
least.
like
Yeah,
that 1-7 start, I don't think like that caught us both by surprise and was damn near breaking my goddamn heart. Um, but so I mean, obviously, now
what a
full
solid team.
transparency, I'm the biggest Dolphins fan out there. Haven't played a ton of good teams in this 7-game win string, but 7 in a row is 7 in a row. That's hard to do. I don't
Yes.
care who's on your schedule. So Joe, just kind of give me your thoughts. The Dolphins now own the last wild card spot in the AFC. Kind of give me your thoughts on them and where you see them in the current AFC landscape.
Well, unless you're playing the Texans, the Jags, or the Jets, anybody can beat you this year. The lines are even competitive. That's going to be a
I mean,
fight.
honestly, the Texans this past week and just beat the Chargers.
Yeah,
Like,
put 41, put
this season
41
is
on them.
so
So
wild.
crazy. Yeah, it's so crazy. The parity in the NFL is amazing right now. I think the Dolphins are a good team. I just think early on in the season they had a lot of injuries they had to deal with, and it just kind of took them a second to get back into the groove of things. That defense was started off so slow compared to what a lot of people thought they were going to be. And I think they finally figured out that, okay, there's only certain things we can do with Tua, because they definitely got a lot of trickery going on in that offense, but it's working. And they're not asking Tua to be Pat Mahomes out there. They're asking him to do simple things, just get the ball to the open receivers. And the way Waddle's looking, I think you got a good, nice
Love
1-2 combination with Waddle and Tua. I think that offense has I got confidence in Tua. I wouldn't give up on Tua. But the first 8 games, it was looking like
Well,
Tua
and the
may have
thing
been
is,
a
those
bad
first 8 games,
choice.
Tua missed 5 of them, right? So
Yeah,
like 5 of
true.
those were Jacoby Brissett, and so the one thing that, and I actually had someone we had on not that long ago, DeAndre.
Mm-hmm.
He texted me the other day. He's like, what do you think about the Dolphins? Like, can y'all make a
They're not
run?
bad.
And I said, I think we can make the playoffs. I don't think we could do
Oh
much
yeah,
more than that. And it's all because the offensive line is just so bad,
bad, bad,
like
bad.
historically bad. Now this is some stat, and these stats are not perfect, so I'm not saying this is Bible, but it gives you an idea of how bad the offensive line is. Tua in time to pressure for the season, according to I can't remember exactly which company it is that's doing these stats, but time to pressure 1.9 seconds.
Oh, that's insane.
I mean,
That's
and
insane. Tom Brady doesn't even get rid of the ball that fast.
yeah, so it's just like you can only do so much, and it's like he's forced to do a lot of these short throws,
Mm-hmm.
quick reads, like
You have no
because there's
choice.
just not time
Definitely.
to let any route develop. And that's what honestly makes the Jalen Waddle story that much crazier. Because you think about his time at Alabama, I mean, he was
Deep.
known for a lot of big plays,
Mm-hmm.
big shots down the field, and like this offense just can't do it right now. I mean, Joe, I was watching the game on Monday night against the Saints.
Oh my goodness, that
They
game was
blitzed a
so
corner
bad.
at my right tackle, Jesse Davis. My man Jesse Davis got knocked over by a corner.
That's bad.
Knocked over, knocked on
Pathetic.
his back
Yeah,
by
that's
a
pathetic.
cornerback. I'm like,
That's
what are we
bad.
doing? What are we like? Like
You, you picked up the corner blitz and still got ran through. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, like Tua has no chance in
you're
that
300,
situation.
you're 300 pounds, bro. This dude's a buck 80. How you gonna let him
Double
knock
his
you on your
size.
ass? And so and so my whole point was like, yeah, I think they can make the playoffs. I think they can beat Tennessee in New England. But if they run into the playoffs and get to a team that puts up a lot of points and can still
Correct.
pressure them with just their front four, that's going to be tough. So I think it's a great story. I'm very glad they bounced back because I thought that the Deshaun Watson stuff, entertaining that with all his legal
Yeah.
issues,
You notice as soon as they stopped entertaining
that's
that, what
wild.
happened? They went on a 7-game win streak. as
No,
soon as they were,
the
as soon as they
seven
stopped
game win
talking about
streak
it.
literally coincides with the trade deadline ending. Coincides with now. A lot of that is playing the Texans, the Jets twice, the Giants. That's a big part of it. But they beat the Ravens in there. Carolina, when they played them, was kind of feeling hot. They had just got Cam back, and Cam had been doing some things. Cam went, I'm back, and then 421 happened. Like the big change, honestly, to me was Brian Flores saying, "All right, he might not admit it himself, but the motherfucker's got the play call in his hands now
Mm-hmm.
for the defense. He started calling defense again. They got back to their big pressure looks, and teams have not had an answer for it because they're so multiple and they can do so many things and they can line up the same way. But with so many different types of personnel, it's so hard for offenses to get adjusted to it. But, anyways, that's enough of the Dolphins. Good
Hey,
run.
they still got a chance though. That's the crazy part.
They got a chance.
Got a chance.
Tannehill is going to make his first. He's going to have his first game against the Dolphins since leaving this
That's gonna be a
weekend.
good game.
He could. They could win the AFC South with the win. Do some damage to my Dolphins' playoffs hopes. But if the Dolphins win out, they're in the playoffs, and that's all I can ask for after a 1-7 start. I am ecstatic as a
Well,
Dolphins
yeah,
fan.
you
But
should be.
let's talk about your man LeBron. I mean, he's been the fastest at like every fucking points threshold, but he is now a new one has happened. He is the fastest of 36,000 points. He is sitting third place all time. He is less than 1,000 points away from Karl Malone in second.
He'll catch
Unreal.
Kareem too.
Today is his birthday as we are recording on December 30th. You know, happy birthday, Goat James. Happy birthday, Tiger Woods.
Oh yeah, it's Tiger.
Hey, I need to for the day when I find a woman that is willing to have my child, we're going to be trying right around March 30th. That's all I know.
That's a good. Yeah, I'm going for that too. I like that. Thanks
We're going to be trying right around March 30th because December 30th seems like a great day to have a kid.
Yeah, right. That's insane.
But just give me your reflection, because I was texting a group chat of mine today. You know, I think it was Ball is Life put out like a kind of a 3-minute clip of LeBron highlights. It was okay. Man, I got nostalgic real quick just seeing like first stint in Cleveland. We're gonna do a little game later. Start, sit, cut with this, but you know, the first stint in Cleveland when he was in Miami, then going back to Cleveland, even some of these Lakers clips. Just kind of give me a quick reflection on LeBron James' career so far.
He is the greatest basketball player ever. That's how I look at it. I know a lot of people want to say Michael Jordan is. You can say he's the greatest scorer ever. You can say that whatever you want, but LeBron James, in my opinion, is the greatest overall basketball player I've ever seen in my life. From defense, offense, to passing, just shot making, everything LeBron does, he's the greatest at it. You can argue that maybe Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the greatest scorer, or Kobe's the greatest scorer, or Michael Jordan's the greatest scorer. But when we talk about overall basketball, it's only two people in my mind. It's LeBron James and Magic Johnson. And then everybody else, they were great. If you're a great player, you're great at one thing. Those other two guys were great at everything when it comes to basketball. So that's how I look at LeBron. He's just the greatest overall basketball player ever.
Yeah, no, I'll co-sign that. I mean, he's my GOAT. I mean, and what's crazy is for everything he's done on the court, which is a lot of fucking things, he's done almost as much off the court, and that's commendable as well. Like, fantastic human being. Has he had his missteps? Yes. He just recently posted a really stupid picture on his fucking Instagram story about comparing COVID to the flu and to the cold. Like, LeBron, fuck you. You're an idiot. This thing's killed like 800,000 Americans. But at the end of the day, the I Promise School, amazing. Like, standing up for people that don't have a say. And this is what I get a little annoyed with people. And I get it. It's fair criticism. Like, he didn't stand up to China. Look.
Come on, man.
LeBron.
That's not his. Yeah, I hate when people bring that up.
I get it. Like, I get it from the sense, like, if he's going to take a stand for people, he should also do it in other I get that. Like, I think that's fair. But I think it's also fair for LeBron to have the self-awareness. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there, so I'm not going to speak on it.
All I know is they make my shit.
You know, and like, yeah, I mean, there's things that he could do differently, but I don't like that he gets held to a different standard than other athletes when it comes to that, just because he says some things that are right about America. You know, just because he's right about America doesn't mean he then has to be right about every other country out there.
Penis, freedom, cancer, having ass. That's what.
I mean, I think he's got a valid concern in
but he's attacking the wrong person.
I forget which country he's from, but like there's some fucked up shit going on over there. You know, but like people just come at LeBron just to have like a political gotcha. You know, like the owning the libs thing. And it's cute. I can't get anything bad on him,
but I can get him on this. Like, yeah, okay.
But yeah, back to the basketball with LeBron. Like, to me, it's not even close. Like, it's not a conversation with Jordan would be second to me, not Magic, but it's really not even a debate in my head, because everything that Jordan does, even if you say Jordan's a better scorer than LeBron James, it's marginal. It's marginal. If LeBron took the same mentality as Jordan, he could score, I think, more points than Jordan. Now, I think the one thing that I would give Jordan is that kind of end of game situation. I tend to kind of like Jordan's mentality there a little more than LeBron's. But I also don't think it's
LeBron's
wrong
way
for
more
LeBron
though.
to trust his teammates. Like people hate on that, and I think that's really stupid.
The man's wide
Like
open. Make
like
the
you
shot.
have to realize all these people in the NBA in high school they took that shot. In college they took that shot and were expected to make that shot. Like now all of a sudden they don't know how to fucking make a shot in the last few seconds of a game.
When
That's
LeBron makes
stupid.
it wide open for you to make it too, because he draws a double team and leaves you wide open, make the damn shot. I don't see what's so hard about it.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna say it's not hard. Like it is, it's a lot of pressure and all that. But at the end of the day, like I don't think it's wrong for LeBron to trust those people. Jordan trusted people in big times when he got
Yeah, he had no
completely
Steve
covered up.
Kerr.
Yeah, so like I don't think that's wrong with LeBron. But I think sometimes it's honestly when he does go for the game winner, it's the type of shot that he takes. I don't always love his
100%.
shot selection
I
in that
agree.
in those moments. And yeah, well, I'm not even gonna say his name. There are people that will criticize him from kind of being scared of the free throw line in that moment. I think there's a little validity there. I think there is a little validity that he is scared of like the free throw line with like 1 second left.
That's
And
fair.
and that forces him to settle for jump shots that aren't really great shots for him.
That's fair.
That's the only thing I can ever criticize about this man's game. That's it. And like he's to me, he's the greatest passer ever.
Yeah.
He's he's going to end up scoring the most points ever. I don't think he's the greatest scorer of the basketball ever, but he's up there in that realm.
He's
He's a
in the
good
conversation.
rebounder. And people like I'm not hating on Marcus Gasol for getting his defensive player of the year, but when LeBron's in Miami, he should have
Come
had
on,
him.
man. Yeah, that was
He should have
crazy.
had him.
I agree. Absolutely. He was a
Like
monster.
he
Come on.
was guarding 1 through 5, locking everybody up.
Chase down blocks left and
Everybody up.
right. Come on,
Like
man.
my Heat were starting Joel fucking Anthony at
So what?
center.
Yes, they were.
You think Joel Anthony was handling Dwight fucking Howard? No.
No,
No, not without LeBron's help. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
so
forgot
just
about that. That's funny.
give the man his flowers. Give the man his flowers.
Please
He
give
fucking
the man his
deserves it.
flowers. He definitely deserves it. 100. People are so petty when it comes to LeBron.
So stupid. And half of it's political.
100.
Half like, oh, he stood up for underprivileged like, oh yeah, I guess fuck that guy.
Right, seriously, yeah. I don't know
Because
how
somehow that makes sense.
people try so hard to say find something bad about LeBron. It's insane.
Right. Let's move on. Some not great news in the NBA. So last time we were on, we were hyping up the Cavs, talking about how for real they were.
Yeah.
Well, one of their key players, not starters, but a very big contributor, Ricky Rubio, towards ACL. He's going to be done for the year. Do you think
So,
this is going to be like kind of one too many injuries for them to keep maintaining, or do you think they can kind of power through?
yeah.
Colin Sexton's out for the year as well.
And the guards. Darius Garland was hurt for a little bit.
He's
Rubio.
balling though.
He has been
Darius
balling.
Garland is fucking balling.
Big jump than what he was last year. He'll definitely be in
Man,
consideration for most improved player. But they did they're interested in trying to get Rajon Rondo. So if they get Rondo, they actually may
I
help
know
that
you're
young
cheering for
a
that.
little bit. Yeah, absolutely. Because he's not doing nothing for the Lakers. Might as well get him out of there. They don't need him. I think he'll be great with that young team, and he'll help those big guys get open shots way easier. The Cavs look good, man. They look really good. They're just so big. They're gonna out rebound you. They're gonna beat you up in the regular season. But yeah, they need some guards. That's their biggest issue.
I think the Cavaliers are flirting with being trend setting, I would say.
Bringing back the big.
Because Evan Mobley and I've noticed it with my Heat, right? Like, the Bam effect. Bam can guard all the positions. Evan Mobley's kind of looking like he can
He
guard
can.
every position. And so, people keep talking, oh, they start 3 7-footers. I don't really know if that's going to work. But when Evan Mobley can guard like that, it really does work. And it gives him such an advantage on rebounding, blocking shots at the rim. Like they can do a lot of things. I'm not saying they're going to win a championship this year, because obviously they don't have they don't have the
No, that's
star
super.
power on their team. But I think their team can be something to kind of model going forward because a lot of teams have gone small ball and they're taking like a similar approach where they want all of their starting lineup to be able to guard a lot of positions, but they're doing it while still maintaining height.
Height and
So
size, yeah.
a team like Milwaukee can't bully them or Philly can't bully them. They can kind of bully everybody else and still guard a lot of these smaller teams. It's very interesting. You know, I would love to see them play these top teams in the East while everyone's kind of fully healthy. Now the Wizards did just kind of give them a nice little smackdown tonight. You know, Bradley Beal had a nice night. Kuzma had a good night. But I really like what they're doing. I'm worried that they're going to run out of quality guards. So if they could bring in Rondo, I think that could be big for them. You know, give up like a Larry Nance or Osman or something like that that I think could help the Lakers as well. Someone like that. Yeah, I don't. I'm not super familiar with their full roster. I don't know if they got any shooters that the Lakers could use because
No, not
your
really.
Lakers.
No.
But anyways, let's move on. That's kind of our general news segment. Let's go to let's go. We're going to play the panic game. Couple West Coast teams. I'm not going to start with your team. I want to save them for last. Let's start with the Mavericks. So everybody's been trying to crown Luka, I feel like, for 2 or 3 years now. It's not working very well so far this year. They
He's
are
fat.
under 500, I believe 16 and 19. Do we need to panic on the Mavs, Joe?
I would panic this season. Yes, absolutely. Push the panic button because Luka is fat. He's out of shape, and he's gonna keep getting hurt. And look at his problem right now. He has a foot injury. You know why he has a foot injury? Because he's overweight. He's fat, and that's why he's only good in the first 2 quarters, maybe a little bit in the third quarter, and then he's out of shape, so he gets tired. And
You gotta love a couple people
fat
like
as
us
hell.
who are probably a little out of shape right now.
Oh yeah,
Telling
out of
some professional athlete that he's out of
I'm
shape.
not a professional. I don't get paid millions of dollars to be in shape. He's not in shape. And Porzingis is starting to play better. He's not shooting as many threes. He's putting his back to the basket. He's starting to play like a big man again. And Luka's just out there slobbing it up. Just terrible. Like, dude, just fat. He's so out of shape. And that's their biggest problem. They're going to have to figure that out. Jason Kidd experiment, I think, is working a little bit. But,
Is it?
I mean, it's not terrible. It's not awful. I think it's more Luka than anything, but they don't really have much out there either. If Porzingis is playing well though. He didn't start the season off well, but he was playing well. So I'm panicking because Luka. He's out of shape. He's not gonna make it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to comment on him being in or out of shape, but I am panicking because of the same person. And you know, I started kind of getting on this last year, you know, and I think we all kind of were in agreement on it. He
Mm-hmm.
plays too much of that Houston Harden ball, where
Yeah,
he tries to make everything revolve around him, and you know, Porzingis has gotten a lot of shit over the last couple of years for how his numbers, his production have gone down. A lot of that's because of how Luka's playing,
right.
though.
Pass you a ball. I want you
And
to take a jump shot real fast.
yeah, like people forget how good Porzingis was in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only issue in New York is he couldn't stay healthy, and a little sexual assault, misconduct, whatever that was. That
Forgot
I
about
don't think
that.
we
Yeah,
ever really got any
they
resolution
got
on.
rid of that real quick and got him up out of there.
But yeah, I agree. I think Porzingis is playing well. He's doing the best he can do with the role he's been given, and that gets overlooked a lot in the NBA. You know, we see these guys that are stars on one team, they go to another team, and we like, oh, what the fuck happened? Well, sometimes it's the role that they're being asked to play. Like the role that Porzingis is being asked to play is to space the floor. Well, that's not really to Porzingis' best abilities. He can shoot the three, but he's best when he's attacking the rim. So I think they need to have a little introspection. Luka needs to, and I think Luka's a good guy. I'm not trying to say he's like a bad person or anything, but and the same thing I have with Harden. Like I think Harden's probably a good person, great guy, but I think they're selfish when it comes to basketball, and he's got to start looking at himself like, okay, this isn't working. I've got this super fucking talented 7'2" dude over here. Maybe let's feature him a little more instead of making everything about Luka. I think that's what's going to happen. Until then, I'm smashing that panic button because it's not working.
Not working.
And I don't see anything with the current way that they're trending. I don't see it fixing itself.
Yeah, man, and they got some talent. They got a little bit of talent on that team. Like Luka should be way better than he is. I know he's not going to play defense, and he can put up. He shoots way too many threes too. He's not a good 3-point shooter. He just needs to attack the basket. He just a bad 3-point shooter. And when he does shoot threes, he takes difficult shots. Like, why are you stepping back and taking this shot? Just pull up and shoot it. He does that so often. That's that Euro in him, I think, a little bit too. He's just trying to make so many plays offensively that he forgets about everybody else out there.
Yeah, it's you know who else is on Dallas having a really good year? Jalen Brunson.
Another
guy that should be in the most improved kind of conversation.
Absolutely.
He's had a really good year, and just unfortunately the team's not doing very well. But let's move on to your Lakers. So Ja Morant has 2 40-point games in his career. They are both against your Lakers. Most recent one coming last night. Close game, really bad kind of last possession for the Lakers. But I just want to know, Joe, I'm going to give you the floor here first. Are you panicking? And the way I'm going to gauge are you panicking is, do you want to trade one of the big three?
Ooh, no, I don't want to trade one of the big three. So I guess I'm not panicking. I like the big three. The big three, well.
So you're more like minor adjustment.
Minor adjustments. It's
Okay.
all the what's the word I'm looking for? It's the league minimum players that are the problem. Like LeBron's out here balling. Like I get it, LeBron's gonna have to adjust too because you're out here getting 30, 10, and 10, but it's not producing wins. So you're not gonna be able to play like that like you did back in the day. So you're gonna have to adjust too. But there's been so many times I see Wade Ellington wide open. He's shooting air balls. LeBron doing everything he can to give you guys open looks, and y'all just missing them left and right. So that's my biggest concern. They got to find some shooters. How is Reeves coming out of nowhere and getting playing minutes? Like, you got some legit people, veterans and NBA players who should know how to play in the league and make some open shots, and they just not doing it. Like, they need to be like the Miami Heat and just find some dude in the G League and say, hey, this is going to be your role. You're going to be a pick and roller. You're going to play a strong defense, and you're going to make open shots. Miami can find them all the time. Why can't the Lakers? So I think they got a little bit of a problem, but I'm going to wait and see what John Wall ends up doing. If John Wall ends up taking this buyout close to the All-Star break, maybe he'll end up with the Lakers. And
I don't know if I like that.
I don't either, but Lakers. They need something. They need something. They need somebody because Russell Westbrook's, he can't shoot. It's so bad. They need to change the way he plays too. Like, he just needs to do pick and rolls and pass the ball. Stop shooting. Attack the basket when you know you can get to the lane. That's it. Like the other night, I think he had 13 layups in the first half, and he made 2 of them. Like, he missed so many layups at the rim. So it sounds like I'm panicking, but I ain't too worried.
I think here's where I'm at with the Lakers. I am panicking. I told you and Devion before the season, I did not like the fit of the pieces, and I still really don't like it. And where I'm at is I would trade Anthony Davis. Just unload him. You can get the most out of those 3. You can get the most for him. And if I'm the Lakers, now this is my, I have a very Miami Heat kind of mindset. I'm not worried about the future. I'm trying to win
right now.
Now. You got LeBron James. You got Russell Westbrook. Trade Anthony Davis. Like, at the end of the day, Anthony Davis, I think, is just more of a headache than he's worth. You can get some fucking studs. for Anthony
Absolutely.
Davis.
Truly
Now,
could.
I don't know what that package is. I don't know if that's you trade him up to Portland and you can maybe land Dame or CJ or someone like that, or you
Ben
trade
Simmons,
him.
but
Like
you can't
even
get
if
a
you
guy
traded him,
Westbrook.
say to like the Pacers for like Sabonis and Levert,
Ooh.
right? Like those guys fit
Ooh.
with the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where my head's at right now with the Los Angeles Lakers because I hate the way this team works together.
They don't.
They need some more guys that can make plays, that can cut, that can do a lot more things. Like Sabonis can actually if you're gonna have a power forward that's just gonna play in the perimeter, don't let it be fucking Anthony Davis.
No.
Make a Sabonis he can pass, make a lot of good reads. You got DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard to play rim defense, so you don't need Anthony Davis to do that, right? Like
Anthony
just
Davis ain't
just
gonna do it anyway.
just blow up that fucking and then at the and then what he does is he opens the floor up a little bit more for Russell Westbrook. Karis LeVert could come off your bench, give you some firepower off the bench. Like, give me some more
That's
players
fair.
like that for the Lakers because if you can swing Malcolm Brogdon, a fucking plus defense, like
That would
because
be the
here's
thing.
what so here's what now I know the Rockets suck. I know the Rockets are fucking terrible, but I was watching a good amount of that game. I can't watch the Grizzlies games on League Pass because I live in fucking Louisville and somehow Memphis is my one of my 3 home markets, so they all get blacked out for me. But I was
That's
watching the game against the Lakers Rockets game, and one thing that I really really liked a lot actually was Russell Westbrook as the ball handler, LeBron James as the screener. That was
why don't they do
fucking
that more
them
often?
up
Yeah,
at the end of the game. Now again, it's the Rockets, but
true.
I really like the concept because it puts people
Well, you got to
in
pick.
it
Yeah,
puts them in such a predicament defensively. Like, do you want to hedge hard on Westbrook and prevent him from going downhill? Then you give LeBron James either
man.
an open shot or a lane himself, or do you sag off on LeBron and gamble with Westbrook going to the rim hard? The one thing that does concern me though is, and this breaks my heart to say, Russell Westbrook. I don't know if he got the bounce anymore.
He don't got a lot of
I
stuff.
don't know if he got much bounce anymore
He got the speed, but you're right.
because
He's not getting
I
out
saw
there.
him in that
Missed
same
so many
game.
layups.
He blew by somebody, vintage Westbrook, rise up there, cock it back, miss a dunk. I'm like, damn, Russ. Damn, man, like you used to be able to
Man,
tomahawk, windmill, like damn, man.
that's not good. That's that's not good. You need that motor.
Because
That's why they
Russ, he don't got the jump shot. Like he
no
needs the
my goodness.
athleticism.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he then like smartly afterwards, he didn't
Yep,
layup.
2 in a row. Yep.
Layup. Ah.
He's missing those layups. It's not looking good. You're right. It's not.
So I think you need some guys that will pull the defense away more and are higher IQ players. And you know how I feel about Anthony Davis fucking basketball IQ. It
Yup. What basketball
makes
IQ?
oh god, drives me fucking insane. So
It
I would
probably
trade
drives
him.
LeBron insane too.
Yeah, I just think that's who you can get the most
It's
for.
not
Like, I
Dev.
think you'd almost have to pay people to take Russell Westbrook
Absolutely, no one's taking
at
him
this
right now.
point, like because of his contract. And like I love Russ, but I don't love Russ at $45 million a year.
Hell no.
Like I
Not
don't
right
love a
now.
lot of players at 40. There's not like it's like LeBron, Giannis, KD, Curry.
Yeah.
I don't know who else I really want at
About
$45
it.
million a year. You know, and a guy like Russ who's high turnover but can win you some games. Like I'm not doubting his effect, but
It's them turnovers, bro. They
yeah,
so
the,
oh
the,
my
the
god.
turnovers can kill
So
you. So
so bad.
you, I think the Lakers would end up having to pay somebody more to take Russ than they would be getting in return. So trade Anthony Davis, get somebody in
Mhm.
return, maximize this year and next year, try and win 2 chips.
Yeah, I think Russ is pressing too hard too. You hear what he said the other day when he came out and said he thinks it's ridiculous that people expect him to put up 25, 15, and 15 every game. He's like,
I
that's
mean, it
impossible
is
and not
ridiculous
realistic.
if people actually expect
But
it,
no
but I
one
don't think
does.
anybody
No one
actually
expects
expects that.
that. No one expects that whatsoever. They want you to
Yeah,
get 20 points, get some rebounds, get a couple assists. No one asking you to do a lot. They just asking you to be aggressive. That's it.
right. Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, I think he is pressing. I mean, he's in his hometown.
Right.
I get it, but
You got LeBron. You don't have to do that much. Just go for the ride. I don't understand.
well, but that was the whole thing though. Like, why I didn't like the fit is because Russ and LeBron need the ball.
Both of
Like,
them need
neither one of them are great as like your secondary player. Like that's just why I thought the fit was not great. Like from the jump, I didn't like it. And then especially with the people y'all got around it. Like y'all have
yeah,
Rondo,
why y'all scared to
DeAndre
get
Jordan, and Dwight Howard. I'm
like
just like,
no
what?
shooters? Yeah,
What is going on? Like your shooters are Wayne Ellington and Nunn, and has Nunn played yet?
none hasn't played yet. Nope.
What'd y'all do to my boy?
I don't know what they did. They paid him and told him to go sit his ass down. I don't understand.
I don't get. He could at least give you like Nunn
And
could be a great 6 man for y'all.
he's getting paid $4 million a year to sit.
Hey, all I
It's,
know is I knew
it's a
something
big
was up
three
when the
toward.
Heat yanked his qualifying offer or whatever you call it. Like when they said
They
you're good,
something with that physical didn't
you're
show up
good,
right.
go sign
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Damn.
I knew something was up there, but damn, like I
Nah,
want to see like. I like Nunn a lot. I like his story. Like I'm rooting for. It's not like I have no bitter feelings. I want to see him do well and
and
do well with y'all.
he's
So,
gonna have a green light too when he starts playing.
oh,
But
you never got to worry about that.
yeah, he's just gonna be shooting.
Kendrick Nunn's got the greenest of greenest
He-
license. I don't care
he's
what
gonna
the
be
coach
great.
says.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot. Dion Waiters 2.0 out there, bro.
Hey, he'll catch somebody
Yeah,
too.
too.
People think because
I
he's
do
kind of
that.
short that he won't try and boom on him, but Kendrick Nunn come down there. He caught your Lakers a couple years ago doing that. But nonetheless,
And
let's
the
move
Heat
on to
so
our
far.
favorite game: start, sit, cut.
Good.
So
Good.
I'm stealing this list of players, so we're gonna have to actually cut 2 people this time. But
So,
in their prime, I'm not talking about right now. I'm not
woo.
talking about 5 years ago, 10 years in the future. None of that. In their prime, peak these players. Start, sit, cut 2 of them. You ready for this, Joe?
Man, yeah, this is tough. This is tough.
T Mac, Carmelo, Harden, Allen Iverson. I'm a
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm a let you handle that one first.
Man, I'm going to have to start Allen Iverson. Like, come on, man. I had to start Allen Iverson. I need that point guard to put up them points, put on a show at the same time. He's the best. I don't want to say he's the best scorer on that list, but he's up there on one of the best scorers on that list. And he's gonna be able to control my team. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sit Carmelo Anthony. That's my homie. I'm sitting Carmelo Anthony. I know he can come off the bench and give me some points. I can get those threes. If I need a bucket, I can just ISO him and have him do that post up and get a couple buckets for me. So I'm gonna start AI and I'm gonna sit Carmelo Anthony. That means I'm cutting James Harden. That was easy. You got to go, buddy. Ball hog too much. And T Mac was real hard for me. It was between T Mac and Melo, but I'm only taking Melo because he had a longer career. So I'm taking Melo mainly for that reason. That's my main reason for taking Melo over T Mac.
Yeah, see, I'm glad I didn't
They're
even hear
basically
that.
they're basically the same
Had to
player.
take these off
Yeah, they're
to
basically
prep myself
they're
from hearing
basically
this
the same.
bullshit.
They basically the same. T Mac probably play a little bit better defense. But I really did. I didn't want to take. I didn't want to leave T Mac off, but
Joseph.
I'm taking Melo over T Mac every time.
It hurt my heart a little bit, Joe. You hurt my heart a little bit
I
there.
knew you was gonna put T Mac on there. I know that.
But first of all, T Mac starting.
Yeah, I knew
Like
you was gonna say that.
1000% T Mac is starting. Now this is where it gets like. First of all, I'm with you, James Harden.
You gotta
Fuck
go.
on.
Yeah.
You're gone. You're cut. But Melo and AI, they're both Oh, they're
So
both like some of
tough.
my favorites. I'm gonna sit AI and cut Carmelo. I
That's just
don't like it. I really hate to do it. The first player's shoes that I ever bought was Carmelo's.
really that's crazy. I remember those
First ones
shoes.
I ever bought were
Was
Melos.
that his first shoe?
The
Yeah,
light blue.
those are nice. Yeah, hell yeah. And you,
First ones I ever. Well, I didn't buy them, but first ones I asked for and got were Melos. I hate to do it to them, but the diff. First of all, T Mac is an easy start for me. Without injuries,
oh,
he's better than Kobe, in
he was
my
right
opinion.
there. Yeah, he was right there. He
Like,
could have been.
like,
You're right.
yeah, like those two are like this.
It was
So
T
to
Mac
me,
and Kobe when they
easily his
first
peak
started.
is the highest of all of them. And what's tough, and my ultimate tiebreaker is AI led that bullshit ass fucking 76ers team to the finals.
Yeah, that's gangster.
That's my tiebreaker. Melo never could quite
Olajuwon Mutombo was
do
his
that.
second best player. You're right. Mm-hmm.
So like that's my tiebreaker for
Yeah,
AI. But God, I love me some fucking Melo and
that's
Harden. Fuck
fair.
off.
Yeah, Harden gotta go. He shouldn't even be on that list for real. I hate to say it, but he's a little overrated. I think that's what history is going to show at the end of the time. If he don't win a championship, that's what it's going to show.
You know what's gonna be crazy though is I was looking at these numbers because I think I what was I who's I think it was the JJ Redick podcast I was listening to, and they brought this point up, and then I looked at the numbers. He's gonna finish second all time to Curry in 3-pointers made.
Who?
Harden, like he's already
Oh,
like fifth.
I didn't realize that. Damn.
Like it's not like the efficiency is not quite there like it is for Curry. Like maybe third because Clay,
Oh,
but
yeah, Clay's going to catch up.
like he's gonna be
I
top
don't know.
three.
I did not realize that.
You know, and that's kind of insane. So like he's gonna have his mark in history, but he's so different than like all those other guys you think of there because all those guys like you think of like knockdown, like oh fuck, he's open, damn,
But I
that's
mean,
in. With Harden, he's open. You're like, he might
he
miss.
may make it. Yeah, exactly. But
Like you don't, but he's so off the dribble. He gets so many open ones like off the dribble, and then hits that little like kind of step back, and like that was a whole weapon
we'll
itself.
see. If he doesn't look
But
good the next 2-3 years, if he's not where his
his fat
numbers are
ass.
before, that's going to hurt him. They're going to be like, hey, man, they changed the rules and let you hand check now. You can't do nothing. Like,
No, yeah, I
he
mean,
looked good against the
obviously,
Lakers, though.
we talked before the show. It was easy for both of us that he
Yeah,
was one of the
you
two
got to
getting
go. Yeah.
fucking bounced the fuck out of there. Um, okay, in honor of LeBron James' birthday and him getting 36,000 points and all things, we're gonna do a LeBron James focused here. It's all LeBron. You're picking which LeBron you want. Start, sit, cut. So your options are first stint Cavaliers LeBron, Miami LeBron, or second stint Cavaliers LeBron. We're
Ooh.
not using the Lakers. One, that story is still being written, and we're kind of at the
And
twilight of his career, even
this,
though he did win a championship.
yeah, this is tough because he was dominant with Miami. And then his second stint with the Cavs, he was down 3-1, won a chip. But that
And
first,
and like, that first stint with
his
Cleveland, like,
second best player was Ilgauskas. Like, damn, that's tough. He was out there with Ilgauskas and Daniel Gibson.
and
And
like like I was
yeah,
telling you before the show, Joe. Like I was watching like some highlight that Ball is Life clipped up. This man's bounce when he first got in the like it was always insane. And like even in Miami, like this man was like having to like kind of move his head out the way of the rim when he was dunking sometimes. But like when he was in Cleveland, that shit was fucking insane. Like this dude was taking a spin, like
yeah,
drop
you're right,
step,
spinning
boom, and then just like good God. And then the passes he would make as like a 22-year-old
2-year-old,
was
insane.
just fucking. It was stupid. Ain't no
So
fucking reason somebody that age should be
you'll be able to
doing
do
all
that
that shit.
and that good. Yeah, I'm
But I
taking.
digress.
I'm starting LeBron with the Heat. You gotta start with LeBron with the Heat. That was just a whole different animal. He was the villain. He was dominating, dunking on people. That was just a show that was fun to watch. Whew. Then I'm gonna have to sit first stint Cavs LeBron because he was so dominant. Put up the 27 straight points against the Celtics. Like, it was legit. It had no help whatsoever. I mean, his teammates were sleeping with his mama, and he was still getting things done. So I'm gonna sit first stint LeBron with the Cavs, and then I'm gonna cut second stint with the Cavs LeBron. Even though he came back down 3-1 and was still doing amazing things, it's just not the same as when he was with the Heat or that first stint with the Cavs where he was just amazing. He was the best player on the court by far, and it was so obvious every time.
I like it. I like it. So I will agree that Miami LeBron is, to me, that's the best player ever. Like to me, like when people talk about the GOAT, that's the person that comes to mind. Miami LeBron.
Something else.
I mean, like, like first of all, just one, like fuck Jason Terry after that first year in Miami, right? They lost in the finals. He got that revenge when when Terry was on the Celtics.
Oh, he
They
dunked on.
all set him up so nasty, and LeBron just dunked on his little bitch ass. Like he had that perfect mix of still being LeBron, like unselfish, but they brought that kind of villain killer out in him, and so he just like he had this little extra oomph to him there. Like, oh my god, that was fucking
That's so much fun
amazing.
to watch that LeBron.
Like
That
that
was,
LeBron that just said, "All right, yeah, fuck everybody.
yep.
Y'all want to hate me? Okay, it's not gonna go well for you." Like, and big Heat fan, so obviously I love Dwayne Wade. But Dwayne Wade, that last year in Miami, just his knees were
He had
just
no knees.
failing
Yeah.
him. If they still had Dwayne Wade from the first couple years when LeBron was there, that's a three-peat.
Oh, that's a
Easy,
three-peat.
easy. Because LeBron was just he was the ultimate chess piece. Because on offense, he did everything. He could run your entire team, and on defense, you could match him up wherever. So whatever matchup you liked on offense, he would make up the slack on defense.
Yep.
If you wanted to play 2 point guards, he would go guard down a position and guard the power forward at the center if you needed him to. Like it was just unreal. So easy number one for me. I'm gonna flip yours though. I'm gonna go sit second stint Cavs, and just because that determination that led him to that 3-1 comeback over Golden State,
It's a crazy mentality to have. He was in a press
that
conference
was
with
amazing.
shades and the headphones, chill as fuck.
And at the end of the day, I think the differentiator for me was the mentality. When he was that second stint in Cleveland, he had figured out how to win.
Yep, that's fair.
That Miami time in Miami with Dwayne Wade, Pat Riley, Spoelstra, all them, like he figured out how to win, and then he took that back to Cleveland with albeit a better roster. Like you're right, like that first roster in Cleveland was dog shit, terrible,
They didn't even
and
try to.
he just carried them. But I think second stint Cleveland LeBron could have carried some of those. Now, whether they would have won or not, I don't know. But I think he could have carried like those 08, 09 teams to a finals. So I'll give the nod to second stint. But my takeaway from like just kind of reflecting and thinking about LeBron's career, I'm so lucky to have been able to be
Yeah,
like the age I am
to see it all,
to see it all
from
because
start
it
to
has been amazing.
yes. He's literally our Michael Jordan from start to finish. We got to see him. It's crazy.
Gotta love it. All right, so we're gonna do a new segment now, all in the honor of the theme of reflecting and moving forward and New Year's resolution. Joe,
I don't have one this year.
actually, officially in my state, it is New Year's Eve of
Oh damn!
2021.
It is New Year's Eve.
So
5 minutes
you,
for me.
you're close for you.
Oh, Turn up.
So we're gonna come up with a couple New Year's resolutions for the
Mhm.
NBA. It can be for your team. It can be for a player. It can be for whatever you would like. But Joe, I want you to tell me
Got it.
who needs to do what in 2022 to take that next step.
The Boston Celtics need to blow it up. They need to figure something
Tatum.
out. Blow that shit up. You can keep Jason Tatum, but everybody else gotta go. Everybody gotta go. Like, how the hell is Jaylen Brown taking 32 shots in a game? He's shooting 1 from 13 from 3,
Oh
and he's
God.
talking about he wasn't cold. That's what he's supposed to do. Get out. That's the problem right there. And then Jaylen Brown think he's on the level as Jason Tatum. You can't have two stars like that who don't get along and don't pass the ball and don't play well together. You don't got a point guard. You got a lot of ISO ball. You got Al Horford as your big man. Your team sucks. You need a point guard. Your coach, I'm going to give him a chance because he's a black dude. So we'll see. But y'all suck. Y'all no position players. Danny Ainge left y'all hanging. He had so many opportunities to get y'all some players.
No, fuck that. Not just Danny Ainge. Brad Stevens
Brad
too.
Stevens too. Yeah, because he's in the front office now.
He dipped for
It's your
that
job.
GM spot
Because
so
he
quick
knew.
because he saw the bullshit that was coming.
He knew exactly, and that team sucks. And it sucks because they got Jason Tatum, who can play well and can be a dominant player in this league. And the NBA is doing everything they can to make him a superstar. And these dudes out here with a bum ass team for him. So I actually hate the Celtics, but that's what they need to do. They need to change something up because it's not working.
I love that take, Joe. I love it. And I love Tatum. Love him. Want him to do well. He's an idiot too, though.
Yes, he is. Takes
He
stupid shots.
plays so fucking
He does not
stupid. And
play.
Jalen Brown, and you hit it. You hit the nail on the head, Joe. Those two feel like they got to compete with each other.
Yep.
They are not teammates. They might as well play on rival fucking teams
That's how
because
they
it
act.
just feels like they and I don't think that they dislike each other. I'm not trying to say that. Like I'm not going there, but
They're trying to say,
when it comes
"Look,
to
which
ball,
one
it feels
is
like
better?"
they both feel the need to prove themselves like against the other one. Like, no, I'm the guy.
This is my team.
No,
Yeah.
I'm the guy. Like you guys play with the same fucking team.
Exactly.
Like Jesus Christ, like figure out how to play together. Oh my God! Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's a
it's hard to
great
watch.
answer, Joe. Great, blow that shit up. Pick one of them. I don't
And
care which
move on.
one. Pick
Exactly.
one and move the fuck on because woo,
It's
they
bad.
suck. They
They
suck.
suck.
They're terrible. All right, so I don't actually want to help this person, but I've seen a glimmer of hope. James Harden,
Oh yeah.
please keep playing like this.
Seriously.
Actually hooping. Please keep hooping like this.
Complaining.
Like if the Nets are gonna have success, because one, I'm not buying this bullshit Kyrie part time thing. That ain't gonna work.
We back.
Ain't gonna work.
It's not cool.
Kyrie,
No chance he can only play away
just
game.
go get vaccinated, bro.
Not
Like
happening. He's standing on that.
there's enough data. There's enough. It's safe. Just go do it. Protect yourself, please. I don't want to see you get fucked up. But James Harden, now he was kind of teetering on some bullshit tonight as they lost to Philly, but in general lately he has been hooping more. He's gotten back to like, you know what, fuck this shit. I was gonna go score.
Right.
Stop trying to worry about all the fouls and like, oh my God, it just drives me nuts because he can be so good. He can
They
be
really can.
so fucking good. He doesn't do all the fucking bullshit that I hate about his basketball game. He doesn't have to do it.
Yeah, I think he got caught up in that too because it
For
worked for
so
so
long,
many
for a
years.
few years, he's like, oh, I can game the system, and it worked. He got that positive reinforcement,
No,
so he kept doing it, and then they took it away this year, and like it's honestly taken too long for him to adjust. But now that he's starting to adjust, I like watching that player play. And I think him and KD, just those two with the rest of the supporting cast, I think that can be that gives them a good shot. It gives them a good shot in the East. I'm not going to say they're the favorite. I still think Milwaukee is the favorite. I still think my Heat are right there with them. But And the Bulls, you have to give the Bulls credit. They've been balling. I think that they're in the mix too. But James Harden keeps playing like that. They're good.
They will be good.
Please just keep hooping and stop. Eliminate that bullshit from your game. Please.
And stay out the strip clubs. Please wait till the off season.
Yeah, that's probably the mature way to do that.
That would help a little bit.
Lose some weight. God damn
be
it.
in that strip clubs, man.
Fat motherfucker.
Him and Lil Baby.
You were talking about Luka being fat.
Yeah, he is a little. Yeah, that's fair.
All right, Joe.
We're
gonna end it. We always end the show this way. Are we choosing love or are we choosing violence today, Joe? What are you choosing?
I'm choosing violence.
Violence!
And I know we don't talk that much college sports, but I'm giving it to the entire Mizzou men athletic organization. They are booty cheeks all year long. First of all, Drinkwitz, we get a coach from Appalachian State. He's supposed to be an offensive guru, and we have Bazelak back there standing like a statue. We got a good running back, but we can't do shit. We were trash. We let
First of all, what is this
Tennessee.
You went to SLU and Xavier.
That's fair. Mizzou
does Xavier have a football team?
Nah, they didn't have a football team. They were good at
so you're good.
But Mizzou was trash. I don't understand. How do you lose the Army? Okay, you got the top 10 recruiting class coming in next year, and you go out there and you play Army, and you lose to Army. You're an SEC school, and you lose to Army. Oklahoma.
Did Mizzou have anybody sitting out? Do you know?
Nope. Their running back set out because he's going to the NFL. That's it. And they had they actually had their freshman quarterback from Chaminade play some start. He played some good games, but they are bad. And then the men's basketball team. You can't start the season off losing to UMKC. You lost by 20 to Liberty. Okay, I expect you to lose by 50 to Kansas. Okay, I expect you to lose to Illinois. But damn, you can't be losing these games by 30, 40 points against mid-level teams. It's bad out here. 3 years.
First of all, I need you to stick to your fucking roots, God damn it.
Oh, they so bad.
SLU was off to a good start.
SLU was off to a great start until their best player got hurt. So they'll make the tournament, but
their ceiling is capped because Perkins got hurt.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying.
If SLU played Mizzou right now, they would win by 40.
Best team in the state.
They would win by absolutely the best team in the state. Absolutely. If there was a tournament with all the Missouri college basketball teams, Mizzou would get last. They're that bad right now in basketball. It's awful. These Mizzou sports suck right now, and it's crazy. People are so hyped. People are so hyped because they got a top 10 recruiting class coming in next year for football, and I guarantee you, Mizzou's.
Yeah, they just don't realize that another 6 of the top 10 are also all in the SEC, so it's not going to fucking matter.
Exactly. And we'll see what happens when when Oklahoma and Texas joins. You know what the SEC is going to say? It's time for y'all to get up out of here because that's how bad they look lately. So they got a lot of...
all that's going to do is give Mizzou a chance to get a couple extra wins. That's all it's going to do.
No, it's not. They're gonna be like Vanderbilt.
They can compete. They competed with them in the Big 12. They're gonna have the same problems Mizzou has. Oklahoma and Texas ain't gonna do shit in the SEC.
Not Texas, maybe not right away.
But neither is Oklahoma. Lincoln Riley just left.
Yeah, they're gonna get them recruiting, bro. That's why they're going. They're gonna get all those recruits.
That's what Mizzou thought.
No, they didn't. I hope not.
That's what every team that joins the SEC thinks is, we're going to get these recruits now. No, you're not.
Texas.
They're still all going to go to Alabama.
Yeah, they're still going to go all that.
That's fucking lie. They're all going to go to Alabama still. They want to go to the NFL.
LSU. That's about it.
Yeah, they want to go to the NFL. Stop fucking lying.
You're right. That's fair.
All right. I'm choosing love, Joe. I'm choosing love.
Going into the new year happy, huh?
Going to New Year happy. I'm choosing love. To all these NBA vets that we grew up on watching. Getting these 10-day contracts is getting to see him ball out. ISO Joe, the Celtics drafted him. Then they give him a 10-day the other day. He goes out there and gives people some buckets. And today, my Miami Heat.
Mario Chalmers.
Mario Chalmers. Baby Rio is back, motherfucker. God damn it, that turned me the fuck up today.
Yeah, I hope they bring
I hope they Boston get a contract.
They need to get a cutout. They need to get a cutout of LeBron and just have him fall.
Hey, you know what number Chalmers is wearing?
Please, what? 8?
6.
No, he's not. This dude, he's wearing 6 for real.
He's wearing 6.
Bro, they just need to cut out
Fucking
of
love
LeBron.
this guy. I
Bro,
love him. God
so
damn
funny.
it.
I actually do love Mario Chalmers too, because LeBron gave him so much shit. Oh my
He took
god,
so much shit.
so much
He
shit.
took that shit in stride and just kept getting better. And then in that finals against Oklahoma City, that fucking fourth quarter and overtime that he had, went unconscious. My guy, Mario Chalmers.
That's funny. I love
Yeah,
it though.
like
Off in
I
the big
love, but
three.
I'm not gonna. Like, I love seeing all these guys. I think Devion brought it up last time. Isaiah Thomas got some run. Like you're seeing all these vets
Then
get a
another
little
team
run, a
decide.
little extra run. Give them some minutes. It's fun. Like
I
at
mean,
this point in the season, like it's not that consequential. Like let me see them ball out. It's been great.
can we get Jamal Crawford some game time, please? I
Please,
don't understand. I don't. I know that man can still cross some people over. Come on,
this man can still get you 20.
easy off the
Easy,
bench. I think so.
easy. I mean, he
Yes,
should have a real contract if we're being completely honest.
facts. I agree.
Yeah, I love it. I love seeing all these old heads get
I
back out
love it.
there and do their thing. But Joe, you're right. Mizzou deserves
So
some
bad.
hate.
They so
They
bad.
they deserve some hate. But I think this is going to be us. We're going to sign off for
Yes, sir.
2021.
Devouring.
It's been a great first few months. We're gonna we're trying to build ourselves and incorporate ourselves into some other platforms. We can get some more exposure. All our 15 fans out there. We love y'all.
Hey, gotta start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere. If you could help us spread the word, that'd be
That's
fantastic.
what's
Engage
great.
with us, converse with us on the comments. We will respond. It's been fantastic, and everyone have a great New Year's Eve. Safe New Year's Eve. Everyone get home safely, and we will see y'all in
Tell your mama to have my
2022.
plate ready.
Hey,
I was talking to the 15 fans, not you.
yeah, I know you weren't talking to me. All right, y'all. 3 at the possible. We're signing off for 2021. We will see you in 2022.
Yes, sir.
See you later.